Retirement income taxes in New Jersey. Notice I stressed the word income. We're not talking property taxes, amigos. I get it. New Jersey property taxes are insanely high. It's insanely stupid. New Jersey politicians have sold your soul for rock and roll. That's all there is to it. From Chris Christie to Christine Ton Whitman to John Corzine to Murphy to all the clowns that you have in there. They all suck, dudes, and there's no help in that regard. Retirement income taxes are not nearly what you think, man. I'm just telling you. I've worked, it's weird. The last week, I probably had 3 clients from New Jersey. Yeah, I did. In the last week, 3 clients from New Jersey in 1 week. It's nuts. So I must be on the YouTube algorithm in New Jersey for some reason, or I guess from 6 weeks ago when I signed these guys up in my wait list. The income taxes just aren't that bad. I'm just telling you they're not if you're retired. And I'm going to prove it to you right now. So let's go to smartasset.com. Now, I am going to share with you one thing that is bad in New Jersey other than the property tax, but even that's not as bad as you think. So you got to stay to the end of the video. Don't forget to follow me on Locals. Always got to say Locals and Rumble. So let me just show you Locals here. Buddy Josh on Locals, joshscanlon.locals.com. This is where we put all the goods. This isn't good. This is actually horrible. 16-year-old son took a jabba and died. But hey, you never hear that on the anecdote versus anecdote. You always hear about the people who, this whole thing does. Anyway, so lots of good stuff in here that I post. How's this guy not in prison? Basically, this guy says, small babies were accidentally vaccinated against COVID instead of Hep B and measles. No side effects and negative results encountered. Babies did not have any problems even at high doses. We will announce the results at the end of the research. What? So they're accidentally, but you're going to announce the results of the research. So is it? What the hell is this? What the hell is this, man? It's freaking evil crap. And other people post stuff here too. Just all kinds of good stuff. So some of you guys are posting stuff in here. Jill posts stuff. Just other people post stuff, which is cool, man. I like that a lot. So lots of good stuff in there. That's my Locals channel. And then we'll just go to Rumble. And what you do on Rumble is you go to, don't go to videos. I don't know where Perry, Georgia is, but you go to channel. Do you see how I did that? So we're on Rumble. Then it defaults to videos. You don't want that. You want to do the drop down to channels and do Josh Scanlon. And then you'll see my Faith and Finance and Freedom channel coming up. Oh, what the? Not there. It's there. I don't. That's weird. So it must be a. It will come back around to that. There we go. Finance and Freedom. So that was weird. But anyway, so then you can see. That's my channel. So subscribe there. All right, so let's go back to the great state of New Jersey here. So Rumble and Locals. New Jersey tax friendliness. Social Security is not taxed at the state level, and state income taxes will be low for any retirees with incomes from retirement accounts and pensions below $75,000. All right, so what we got right here, my friends. You have $60,000 in Social Security, $25,000 in retirement income. That would be retirement. I thought I had a pension here. Yeah, I do. I got a pension of $40,000. $60,000 Social Security, $25,000 from RMDs, and $40,000 from a pension. What's your income tax in New Jersey? $680. $680. We're married. We got $125,000 of income. Your taxes $680. Just not that big of a deal. Let's change this around to 50. We make this $35,000. And you still got pension, $869. I mean, change this around to 35 and this to 50, and it's all going to be based on how much is Social Security, and it's $1,237. I mean, that's freaking $125,000, my friends. $50,000 from your IRA distributions, $35,000 from Social Security, $40,000 from your pension. It's just not taxed very high. So let's get rid of the pension, and we'll make it. We'll say $75,000 from IRA, $30,000, $5,000 from your Social Security, $869. It's just not that big of a deal. $100,000 from an IRA, $35,000 from Social Security, $2,520. It's just not that big of a deal, man. It's just not. I mean, I don't know what else to say. If we go to $50,000 from IRA and $50,000 from Social Security, $418, and we're going to say $20,000 of wages. And that'll give you a little bit more taxes there. So, I mean, just, you see, because they don't tax you that high in Social Security, because Social Security, I mean, in retirement, because Social Security is tax-free. Anyway, Hope that helps you right there. Again, we're not done here. Now, where do they get you? I'm going to do another video on the estate tax. It's not the estate tax. It's the inheritance tax. So they got rid of the estate tax. Old Christie did one thing that was good. He got rid of the estate tax. Actually, let's just go ahead and do the inheritance tax. Beneficiary classes and tax rates. So Christie, right there, they got rid of the estate tax, but they still have an inheritance tax. So check this out. Who's exempted from the tax of an inheritance? Children are exempted from a tax and inheritance. You know who's not exempted from the inheritance tax in Pennsylvania? Children. Children have an inheritance tax in Pennsylvania, even though there's no estate tax. So New Jersey, even though there's no estate tax, there is an inheritance tax, but children are exempted. I don't think that was it was the case. Remember, you can go up and down, but you can't go sideways. That's right, because your parents are exempted from an estate inheritance tax, your grandchildren and your grandparents. So New Jersey, there's no inheritance tax if it goes up and down. You, grandkids, kids, grandkids, or grandparents, parents. There is an inheritance tax if it goes sideways. In her case, brother or sister. So my sister lives in New Jersey. She dies. She leaves me some of her money. I will pay 11% on basically the next on basically $1 million that I received from my sister. You see what I'm saying? So obviously she's not going to leave me that, but that's a big deal. So, I got $1 million from old Abby up there, and that's $110,000 of inheritance tax to the great state of New Jersey because I'm a brother. So that's not good. All right, so we don't want that. Every other beneficiary, uncles, all this stuff, again, sideways or just kind of is a pretty significant inheritance tax. 15% and 16% for rate for every beneficiary. So basically, if it leads up and down your family stream, it's fine. If it's left to people who are not up and down your line, right, but sideways or just no relation, it's going to be hammered. Now, I think if memory serves, the inheritance tax, you have to be living in the state of New Jersey to pay the inheritance tax. Transfer inheritance tax, and is based on who specifically reads that decedent's assets. The estate tax is based on size of the entire state. Okay, New Jersey inheritance tax. Currently, the law imposes a graduate inheritance tax. Was to ensure New Jersey receives the full amount of the credit. Okay, gotcha. I'm almost positive because I looked up the thing for a non-resident return must be filed. Yeah, it's the only time. Okay, you got to talk to your own attorney out there, and you should. But my understanding is it's only filed for if you have property. So if my sister, I live in Georgia, my sister dies in New Jersey, and she leaves me her house that's in New Jersey, I would pay inheritance tax on it. That's my understanding. But anyway, because they say right here, inheritance tax must be filed on the tax for a resident. A return must be filed for the transfer of real or tangible property. That's what it was, real or tangible personal property located in New Jersey, and all intangible personal property. For a non-resident, a return must be filed for the transfer of real or tangible personal property, though there is no direct tax on intangible property, bank, stock, etc. All such assets are used in the calculation of tax must be returned and reported on the return. So that's my understanding. If there's any estate planning attorneys or anyone with knowledge in New Jersey, please feel free to pipe in. Love to hear your thoughts. We'll see ya.